Running a farm means early mornings, long days, and a lot of heavy lifting. What it doesn't mean is tolerating the nonsense of the HOA down the road. They'd been gunning for me ever since I refused to join their little club. And their ringleader, HOA Karen, thought she'd finally found the ultimate way to mess with me. One Monday morning, I woke up to the sound of engines and metal clanking. When I stepped outside, I nearly dropped my coffee. 5 massive shipping containers were being lowered across my farm driveway by a crane, completely blocking the only access road in and out. Karen stood off to the side, arms crossed smugly. "You've ignored our HOA guidelines for too long. Consider this a penalty. If you want access, you'll need to negotiate with the board." I stared at her, dumbfounded. "You can't just block my property." "Oh, but I can," she said sweetly. "We rented the containers fair and square. You've got acres of land. I'm sure you'll find another way out." The problem was, that road wasn't just my way in and out. It was also the one road the HOA themselves relied on to get to their office complex, which they'd conveniently built on land that was once part of my family's ranch. I'd leased them that sliver decades ago under very specific terms. They got access through my road, and in return, I got a cut of their community profits. Well, Karen had just broken the one rule that kept that deal alive. I called my lawyer, who nearly choked laughing when I explained what had happened. Then I called the sheriff, who came out to see the containers lined up like barricades. "Karen," the sheriff said, hands on his belt, "what in the world do you think you're doing?" "Enforcing order," she snapped. "He can't keep treating our HOA like it doesn't matter. Now he can stew until he complies." The sheriff just shook his head. "You realize you've blocked your own road too, right?" Karen blinked, clearly not having thought it through. "What do you mean?" I stepped in. "This road is the only legal access to your HOA's offices. No road, no business. And per our lease agreement, if access is blocked, the lease is null and void. Which means as of right now, your HOA is trespassing on my property." Karen's smug smile faltered. You can't do that." "Oh, I can. And I just did." By the next day, my lawyer filed the paperwork. With their lease terminated, the HOA had no legal grounds to operate their office. The city came out, slapped a big orange notice on their front door, and shut them down. Meanwhile, I rented a forklift, dragged the containers into one of my back fields, and told the rental company they could pick them up whenever they wanted. Karen tried to rally her board members, but they turned on her instantly. She'd single-handedly sabotaged their organization by being too clever for her own good. Within a week, she was stripped of her position, and the HOA was forced to grovel to me for a new lease agreement. This time at triple the cost. I didn't mind. After all, farming's tough work. A little extra cash from Karen's stupidity went a long way toward new equipment. And every time I drive down that road now, I can't help but chuckle. 5 containers, thousands of dollars, and a ruined HOA. All because Karen couldn't keep her nose out of my business.